do some house renovation shit. So,
Renovations.
Mm-hmm.
Any hammering or prying
Oh,
or
a lot of all of it.
any joint compound getting slapped around?
No, no, we're just uh, we had to paint his bedroom the other day, and I'm like the walls are from like the 1800s, or like from 1889 or something crazy like that. So, um, he's like, yeah, just sand the wall that the best you can, and we'll lay down a base coat of primer. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
I sanded as best as I could, and there's still like
You think
fucking
it's
paint and pieces of wall coming off.
you think it's plaster, probably.
I honestly don't know.
That sounds
It's
like if it is, that will be the case forever. You will sand it until there's nothing.
yeah,
If it's plaster, and it will continue to come off in bits and pieces. So
yeah, that's
it sounds
yeah,
like that's
I think it might have been the outer layer, possibly.
that is.
But
But I mean, it is possible that it's many layers of paint. So good
that
luck
too.
with that.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
shit, yeah, that took way longer than I'd hoped, but again, they need help, and I'm willing to give it.
Well, that's good of you. Are you yeah, did you look at the stream? I am streaming live and saw that it was just my desktop, which was Victoria at the time.
No, I mean I did
Or
see that it was just sectory, but I didn't realize it was like somehow like just only went to your desktop.
yeah, but I guess I was at. Are you connected to the live stream on Discord?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
I can see you.
Because that's well, I mean, because I'm also my camera is also
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got your camera, and I got this.
stream.
I got two of you going in different directions.
Okay, all right. The only reason that you have two of me is because one of them is the audio from my PC, so that I can play you my bullshit little AI songs. Do you think should I stop doing this? Should we just go honest, like from right now? Because the reason I mention it at all is because I don't want anyone to ever think that I'm trying to say a human being made this, or even I'm even starting to feel weird about like using thumbnail art made by AI. I feel like maybe maybe I'm just convincing myself right now, but I would love to hear your opinion.
I mean, I think it's fucking hilarious for one.
I do think
because
it's funny.
it's one of the campiest. It's like again, I would compare it to like a 1980s like family sitcom intro song.
Okay, we have a new one today.
Oh, you got a new one?
Specifically,
Ooh.
and I don't want to start asking you questions, but maybe I will. Maybe one of my first ones I'll hit you right now before we even play the intro, which is, did I hit recording? We are rolling, we are recording, we are live. What's going on? A or B? This is an A or B question.
All right.
Thought that was worm, or down here with the worm?
That was worm.
Thought that was worm is the answer? Or that was just you reacting?
That was me reacting, but I mean down here with the worm is pretty solid, but like I mean just the reference for me is really funny. So I would probably go thought that was worm, but personally, but
Cool. Because again, this time slot might become thought that was weird.
right on.
If we get back into
Doing some
writing
goofy shit.
into doing some goofy shit. We'll put it that way. So anyway,
Yeah.
here is an AI theme song.
Welcome to WMFB, broadcasting live from the end of the earth. Static in the sand and a skeleton DJ, spinning our panic into jokes and slurred words. We let go, now we're down here with the worm, eating dirt, prayer, singing out at tune. Welcome to WMFB, where the sun forgot, but we still howl at the moon.
Jesus Christ. And I do think it is funny. Like, I think and even the art, the stupid art that it spits out, but I don't want anyone to think that I'm serious about anything or that a human did any of this bullshit.
God, what band does that sound like?
Real Big Fish? Maybe
no,
not.
that sounds nothing like Real Big Fish.
Oh,
I was
no.
thinking
They
like
toot more.
some. I don't know, one of them, their new country folk.
Oh, what's up, you know?
The tipsy guy. That's what he sounds.
Oh.
That's what the singer sounds like. You a fiddle. but yeah, it kind of sounded like that with like. Oh God. Who did that radioactive song?
Imagine Dragons. One of my.
It sounds like a mix of that guy and Imagine Dragons.
You know what? Yeah, actually, I feel you on the Imagine Dragons things. That's one of my somewhat shameful playlist inclusions. Sometimes when I'm like out driving around, there's a couple Imagine Dragons songs. Because, do you know why?
Generic white people music? I'm not sure why.
That's why it's shameful. Do you know why it's on my playlist?
I'm intrigued. Why?
Because of a Netflix series called Arcane.
Oh, they did stuff for the soundtrack?
The League of Legends show, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So so I had to listen to one of their songs at the beginning of every episode. All right, you're sounding good. Say some things to me.
All right, we are talking. Talk, duckity, talk,
Right.
boom,
That's
boom,
great.
boppity, boom.
There was a little bit of maybe somebody turned on Arcane on Netflix in my neighborhood, because I do occasionally. There was you became a little bit far away for a moment, but you sound good to me now. So here we are. Welcome to WMFB. This proto podcast, sub podcast for now, which who knows what will happen in this slot, is something that occurs Monday afternoons. It is called Thought That Was Worm. I am here with Thrash Keishu. Links to all of his places on the internet will be found wherever you are listening to this. And also you can meet up with both of us on Discord, and maybe there will be links to that as well. I always forget to include that, but we do have these ongoing conversations here on WMFB Bloodwork FM. And my first question to you today, Thrash Keishu, is do you know that when I went to look up some information on Wikipedia so that I could go over the brief of this book that we are going to read, do you know that on Wikipedia it says that this book is 7,000 pages in length?
You know, I heard something about it being ridiculously long, but I did not realize that it was 7,000 goddamn pages.
That is 1,680,000 words. I'm not trying to brag or weigh in or anything, but I have written a novel or two. The longest novel that I wrote was 400 pages. I thought it was very long. It took me years to write it. It weighed in at about a little bit over 100,000 words. This is 16 of those.
Jeez, dude.
This is roughly 16 novels. So was that piece of information kind of on the periphery as this idea was rattling around in your head to cover this?
You know what? So I found out about Worm from some sort of like internet rabbit hole tier list.
Oh yeah, sure.
And I remember them saying it was a long read, but I must have completely blocked out like the actual page amount.
Okay.
But it was my understanding that it was just it was a fairly well, for one, well written sort of web novella thing, and two, also just I'd also heard that it was just it was particularly interestingly weird. Like they
Yeah.
like there's some, I don't know. I was hoping for like, it turns out that, as you're reading through this, they start, reading through pieces of your own life or something crazy like that.
Sure.
I don't know. But
I mean,
weird shit like that. But in all honesty, I had no idea what the concept was, how long it actually was. I just knew that a lot of people were suggesting to read it. 7,000 pages was definitely not on the docket.
well, I'm
But
in.
I'm totally in because it's fairly good though. Like that's the thing is that like I feel like I could, like the first 5 chapters I felt like I breezed through pretty quickly.
Do you want to read more per week? You want to try 5 this week? You want to try 7? You want to try 10?
Let's try another 5 and we'll see how it goes because like the first 5 it was it definitely established a lot of things and does what like your first couple chapters in a book does, but it was kind of like a fairly slow start until we started getting into, by the way, spoilers, until we started getting into major spoilers for this. If you want to read this for yourself, I would highly recommend it. Go in blind because it kind of gives the story a little bit more of a it gives it more of a pop, I feel, like not knowing what's going on with it.
Did I just ping? Was it you?
I pinged them at the turn off my phone, my bad.
It's no problem. I'm also expecting somebody to ping at me about some bullshit.
yeah, that's my buddy about helping him do his house stuff.
Yeah, whenever, obviously, no worries, whenever you need to worry about that. That's good shit that's good karmic shit to put out there into the universe. So this is written by a guy that goes by Wildbow. I say guy. I don't know if he, she, they, them. I have no idea. A person called Wildbow on the internet. I probably could know more about that person and I have that information in front of me, but it's probably easy to find. Perhaps at parahumans.wordpress, where this can be read, all 7,000 pages of it and a sequel. Oh, I also was gonna, we'll make the schedule afterwards, but I was gonna mention to you that Daisy probably will be joining us if we can schedule this at a time on Mondays when she's available, which might be earlier than now, but I'll talk to you about what works. But she's gonna read, well, I'll tell her to read, up to 10 unless, but I'm not going to pressure her, but, next week we will be up to 10. So,
and I mean, they're so like palatable and bite sized that it goes down easy.
And they're not long chapters. And I am thinking, again, I'm not here to talk about myself today, but like, I'm thinking I should just write a fucking serial and write 5 pages at a time until I have 7,000 pages.
I mean, it would take you only like how long?
I don't know. What's 7,000? Hey Siri, what is 7,000 divided by 5? 1,400 days. So how many years is that, Siri?
That's around 3 years.
I'll take your word for it, Thrash, because Siri did not provide a direct answer. Hey Siri, I'm sorry I don't talk to you as much anymore. She said okay. Dot. Okay, period. The letter O, the letter K, period. I guess that's over. I guess that's over with.
Human. That's a little too human for my taste.
Yeah, that really is. If I said that to a girl,
I said that to somebody. Yeah.
And I got the letter O, the letter K, and a period. That's it. It's over.
Even worse, you just get a straight K, no period.
Yeah, no, K is, that's, the letter K is like the worst thing you could possibly see. There's not even like an emote that's worse than that. That's gotta be it, right? Mm-hmm. Even like, there's no kind of frowny face. That's the puking face.
That's some like Pirates of the Caribbean black dot type shit,
right? It's the black dot. It's like I don't give a shit anymore. Whew. Okay, Yeah, so a superhero novel, first of all, kind of interesting. I already was talking to Armando a minute ago about how, well, the whole superhero genre lends itself to comic books because it is a visual medium. And even here, we're kind of just, already there's, I would say, a fair amount of action for what I would expect out of a novel, although I do read a lot of Stephen King novels where people are being ripped apart and shit, so I don't know. But especially like, you need to have a lot of descriptive detail about outfits and superhero suits and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm sure that there are a lot of superhero novels and a lot of, narratively written superhero material. And I guess all I'm saying is that I personally haven't really come across too much.
Yeah, no, I like, as it pertains to like a superhero quote unquote like novel. No, it and that's kind of something like I like the way that things are described in this story.
Comic
But all
booky.
I can think but yeah, all I can think about in my head is putting it into panels and making a comic book.
Yeah, it almost does kind of feel like that. Yeah. It would make
Yeah,
a good comic book. Has anyone done that? I'm sure someone has. I'm sure someone has done it with AI at this point. Don't Jesus Christ.
Sincerely, this I don't know. I'm getting some I'm getting some interesting vibes from this, and like I like where it's going. I'm trying to uh I'm trying, like, I feel like I've, not that, like, I've heard this story before. This is obviously like derivative of something, but like,
Well, everything is.
there's some, yeah. I mean, monkeys and Shakespeare or
Yeah,
something like that,
yeah.
or chimps and Shakespeare, whatever. But
It could be either. It could be
but
sloths.
yeah, but yeah, this is quite the story so far.
It is tropey. I mean, there is definitely stuff. And it actually, as a matter of fact, the very first scene in this, in the girls' bathroom at the high school,
Yeah.
did that ring a bell to you? Because I'll
What-
tell you that this exact scene is in a movie that I just watched.
Oh God, what movie was it?
Well, it came out in 2017, and this came out between. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this when I was going through my short briefing, but this came out between 2011 and 2013. So, how many years did? Oh, 3 years for me? Okay. So, he did it in two. Although I guess 2011 through 2013 could be approaching 3 years. Anyway, so actually that sounds. All right, so we could do this. We could. Anyway,
Possible.
fuck, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the movie in question that came out in 20, that, and I mean this exact scene. The movie has a girl hiding in a bathroom stall eating her lunch because she doesn't want to be seen by the mean girls, and the mean girls come into the bathroom. In fact, I'm not like, it's a little, I wasn't totally sure if they came into the bathroom specifically looking for Taylor, who is our main character in this story, but they did dump juice and crap on her in Worm. And in the movie It from 2017, in a scene that was not in the novel, featuring like a group of mean girls that are not really in the novel. Beverly has some girls that like don't like her, and she kind of is getting bullied, but they are not like prominent figures in the novel, and this scene does not happen. So I am not, and I cannot be the first person to suggest that somebody working on It 2017 had read this material. But
I wanted to say the same exact thing. I'm like, where have I heard about like this particular scene before? And
is this
God,
exact scene?
I mean, I don't like. I'm trying to think about how tropey it is to have like the popular girl who used to be the best,
Yeah.
who was like used to be the best friend of the protagonist.
That's extremely
But
tropey.
that's very tropey, but like I don't know because like again, there's been a lot of like parallels to there's some Welcome to Derry shit in this, and this came out well before it.
There's definitely, I mean, yeah, there's definitely one,
So I'm
one
wondering,
very blatant direct Stephen King reference, which we'll get to.
oh yeah, what would that be?
Oh, you may have osmosed it because you almost mentioned it, but she suggests to herself that she might go Carrie.
Yes.
That is certainly a direct Stephen King reference right in like the second chapter here. So
Yeah, and frankly, she almost did. Like she called the swarm, man. Like, and that was another fun reveal. Like, when you're first reading this, you don't necessarily know what this is going to be about. Like, if you go in completely blind,
yeah,
like
maybe you
the
should.
reveals
Maybe...
in.
I hate saying this. I hate saying, yo, please don't listen to us. Read the fucking thing. But what you're please don't. But you're right. You're right about the reveals. Please continue. Sorry.
No, it's okay. But yeah, like the reveals that, like, you know, for one, that, you know, they're in a superhero school of all things, learning about how to do superhero things.
Yeah. And yeah, and I didn't even mention that there is, you know, really very peppered world building.
Mm-hmm.
But we get tiny little. Go ahead, please. Sorry.
Little difference of world building and plot development, which again makes it so like, and it's also written in this. I can't necessarily find the word for it, but I would say very colloquially. It's like somebody's actually sitting, like this young girl sitting here telling you the story.
Yeah, she has. Yeah, well, she has a very specific inner voice, which is weird. Which I always think that the first person perspective like this is I always think it's a weird choice because I think it's like you get to. It's a lot easier to lay down exposition if you're kind of explaining it through the eyes of someone seeing what's happening. But you also kind of like, there's an extent where you either have to like you either have to give that character a specific voice. Like an easy way to do it is present the text as a journal. And I don't want to talk too much about various ways you could use the first person, but it's just... Yeah, you have to really get into the person's head, and I think that this writer is doing a good job at doing that. With that, when I talk about, the kind of voice that you can tell, like colloquial or just like a teenage girl. And by the way, somewhere before you got here, we were talking about probably maybe Long Island, maybe Massachusetts, maybe Cape Cod. This is a New England town called Brockton Bay. Boy, I feel like one or two thoughts that I said in there didn't get finished, but the first person and her specific, there was something that I didn't quite note about that I was going to say specifically about the first person way this is presented. But anyway, I said a lot about that, but that scene is absolutely from it. Yeah. So we've got Taylor, do we know if she has a last name?
They didn't catch a last name, no.
Okay.
Or let alone any parents.
You know what she mentions though? She mentions I think her mom might be dead. She talks about her dad, but she mentions that like he's great. You almost like expect a story like this. You just expect it to be like either, you know, child abuse to be involved or just shitty and absentee parents. You almost expect the angsty teenage superhero to come from a bad family.
I'm really expecting I don't know, I'm predicting right here, right now, some Norman Bates shit where like her dad is actually dead as well and she just keeps him in the house.
Oh, maybe. She does. I mean, I don't know. I didn't make a note of exactly what she said, but she says something about like home life being pretty good and her dad, you know, letting her do whatever she wants, basically. Which maybe that is a clue that he's dead somewhere, because Well, there's some weird shit going on in this house first. Yeah, so Taylor, they may not be important, but we have Madison, Sophia, and Emma. After she gets juice and in it, Beverly gets, it's a can of garbage they drop on her. But I mean, but like beat for beat, it is this scene. It's insane. Even some of the things I feel like they are saying to each other. Very close. And again, it's not impossible. You want to have a scene where your character is getting bullied. There's plenty of scenes where a kid is eating their lunch on the toilet. So did I mention that Taylor can tell where all insects and arachnids are and can sense what they are doing, at least by some kind of echolocation or what they are feeling or what's near them? She can get a sense of her whole area by mapping the senses of bugs around her.
Mm-hmm. That I thought, excuse me, I thought that was a really cool, cool power design.
Yeah,
because I'm trying to like it's Aquaman for bugs.
Aquaman for bugs, and she does get into the technicality of it, and I'm gonna say she a lot because the main character is the narrator speaking to us. So I'm talking about the way that's sort of one of the things about the totally tangent. One of the things about first person is you kind of do read it as a journal anyway when something, and I'm talking as though first person is some wacko way to write. It's very common, but just I always kind of think about it because it is more headspacey, I think, than writing in, he did this, she went and summoned a bunch of bugs.
It's very getting into the character's head as opposed to being, some third person observer of said story unfolding. So yeah, it gets you a little bit more enveloped in a sort of like it gets you a little bit more into it intimately, like.
Ooh, that's a good word for it. And she does a good job explaining like kind of what her power does and how it works, and the kind of the sort of the radar-y effect, the way she is able to influence bugs even like sort of subconsciously during the day. She's got a bunch of, by the way, I went up and confirmed all of this on Wikipedia. Black widow spiders, not common to New England, but they are native, very rare, and they have a hard time here, but they do hang out here. And so she has found the best little places for a bunch of black widow spiders to live in her town, and she's got them stationed at far away from each other so they don't kill each other. And she's sending other bugs to them to feed them. The whole process, very Renfield also. But yeah, it goes into a lot about how this all works is what I'm saying. But then after school, she summons the spiders to come down into the basement and weave her superhero suit. Oh, and I kind of wanted to mention that they do, as far as the world building in little drips and drops, like we have a mention of the Protectorate, which is, I think it sounds like that's like the main superhero group, but there's a bunch of superhero groups around, and this may be like an important city. Like, I don't know if there's a Protectorate headquarters, which I don't know if that is the Protectorate headquarters. But anyway, little bits. This is a superhero world, which I guess I've already said. And certain people develop these powers, and she has got Black Widow spiders making her a silken superhero suit. And she goes into great depth about that too, and how little bits of chitin produce plates of armor for her vital areas, and she's got a sack full of various tools and things that she read she saw on National Geographic, but on the Discovery Channel about like how like bear protective suits work and stuff like that. Oh right, yeah.
I thought that was a fun thing to kind of toss in. That's where she learns how to make a proper armor for herself.
Yeah, man, a lot of really good technical details. In a lot of that's sort of the middle here. This is somewhere in chapters, 3 and 4.
2 or 3.
Maybe
Somewhere
2
in
or
there.
3, because then I feel like I feel like chapters 3, 4, and 5 really are her first superhero outing, which of course goes terribly, which you just know immediately something's gonna go wrong. Oh boy, and we meet a whole bunch of characters going on through that. But I mean, is there anything in the? I guess I'm kind of hanging out in the first 2 chapters here and just her setup and her powers. And is there anything you would like to note before we move on?
The fact that she had been building the suit for a minute and she hid it in a coal chute because
Yeah.
apparently, and much per like I couldn't tell you the exact like thing in the X-Men, but I know there was like a plot in the X-Men where they did like ban superpowers from being in use in public.
Oh sure, yeah,
Stuff like that.
That's a bunch of things. That's a very common trope. That's a very Watchmen-y kind of thing, and they did it in Captain America: Civil War. That was the movie, but yeah, they do that kind of story lots of times. So yeah. Yeah, it definitely is tropey. It's definitely touching a lot of stuff. Did you catch like what year it is? Do you think it's around 2013 or do you think it's earlier? I think she mentions a pager, maybe not. I felt like she mentioned something that felt, or maybe just, I'm not sure.
I feel so. It's probably somewhere in the mid-aughts to the early tens.
Okay, which would
Because
make sense considering.
if I remember right, for one, I believe she said something about there being like an actual ranked system for the superheroes.
Okay. Oh.
But for some reason, I remember her saying I saw it online. So I believe.
Okay.
So I would say that would probably be somewhere in that pocket a little bit.
That would make sense. Yeah, I would guess between 2000 and 2010. She says something about something happening in superhero history in the 90s, but not in a way that it inferred like it's the 90s now or even that the 90s were recent, but we know that's the past anyway. But the thing that I noticed was she mentions looking for a payphone. And that immediately rang a bell in my head, like, what year is it? But I would say
early aughts still were pretty big on payphones, man.
They were there. They were there until 5 or 6.
Oh yeah, no, only the rich kids got the cell phones, man. So I had to always try and find a payphone when I was a kid if I needed a ride home or something.
And she does not have a cell phone. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But she decides maybe she will get one during these adventures here. Yeah, this is really interesting. It really is. I can see how this got popular. I think the idea of checking on, obviously I've like read web comics and even listening to podcasts now. There's various things I check on various days and that I follow actively. And I loved collecting comic books. I like it when a TV show is on a day of the week. But I could see myself following a web serial like this. And it
oh yeah,
it does flow and it is written well.
Yeah, and again, it's not like it's not overly like I don't know. It's very digestible. I guess is the word
even with everything I'm saying about technical details and the description of her powers and like all of the things that might seem very dry, like it doesn't get over detaily or it doesn't get over descriptive or purple. Are you familiar with that term?
Purple? No,
like purple
I'm not
prose. Purple is when like someone takes an entire paragraph to talk about like how a peach tastes, and just multiple sentences of like the different experiences of, whatever about eating a peach, some shit like that. It's when flowery descriptions just go on and on kind of too much.
Was not familiar with that, but that's a fun term to know.
To the point of it being silly, yeah. Which sometimes is fine. There's definitely writers that are just known for having like writing purple prose, but she's got Her super suit has a weakness. The back of her head is exposed. We'll see if that becomes important. We'll see if that's Chekhov's exposed back of the head.
Yeah, yeah, she was saying something during the armor building scene that like, yeah, that's one thing that she's dealing with.
Yeah. So,
But like the mask has like mandibles that protect her jaw, which I think like aesthetically sounds pretty cool. And little yellow bug eyes for
it sounds cool. There's a picture that comes up that probably is AI. I have no idea. There's a picture that comes up when I Google like worm novel, I think. Which I don't know. Are you? Yeah, can you see me? This doesn't. Well, it sort of accentuates the mandibles. I think this is a pretty cool picture. Anyway, yeah, there must be tons and tons of art of this. Yeah, that's not the best way to show you this image.
No, I can see it though. Yeah. That is pretty fun though.
Yeah,
Like,
and as I'm scrolling through this, there's tons of drawings of yeah, there's tons of art for this. This was insanely popular. This like might be like one of the most well known and talked about web things to have happened. I mean, that might be a stretch what I just said.
I mean I didn't I never heard of it, but again I like from like 2012 until about like 2017 I was not a very chronically online person.
Oh,
Yeah, like the internet.
good for
I
you.
don't know.
I guess around that time, I became way more, I became very chronically online around 2014.
It was generally it was after the 2016 elections that I unfortunately got sucked into everything again.
Well, that's terrible to hear. That's an awful time to come around and say, "What's going on, internet? You all still hanging out?"
So it was mostly like in all honesty, it started off with like, remembering all the crazy things that my friends, were like, oh man, you gotta see this gross thing online. You gotta see this gross thing online. And I would.
You gotta see this gross thing.
I found it really fascinating, and as an adult, I found it even more fascinating. I'm like, I wonder what that's like for this generation. Like, I studied like sociology and stuff like that, and just went into this deep rabbit hole of why the internet is the way that it is.
Oh,
and it's
why?
It's because it's interesting to me.
No, I mean, what'd you find? I mean, what's the answer? Why is it the way it is?
There is no answer. It's a living, breathing collection of
awful human thoughts,
of ridiculous human thoughts,
terrible human stew.
I mean, again, there's positives and negatives to everything. I mean,
okay,
but
okay.
as it pertains to the internet, it's just
seems rough out there.
Again, like kind of the. Like I think we discussed this before about how like the Church of the Subgenius has like some very weird connections to or a lot of the more kind of mean type tropes coming out of like people from like 4chan and all those really gnarly websites. It all began with a lot of the core tenets of the Church of the Subgenius, and people just turned it terrible.
Early internet subgenius subconscious.
But
yeah, it went bad. It went poorly.
It did, and but
too many mean people telling other people they should be mean. In my opinion.
More people need to be bullied. That's the stupidest take that I hear.
That's the worst fucking. It's not the worst thing you can say, but it's a pretty bad take and attitude to fucking have.
I agree. Sometimes bullying helps people. No, it fucking doesn't. Shut up.
Yeah, everyone has got to shut the fuck up.
Indeed.
But especially yeah, boy. Yeah, anyway, so there's a gang. I'm not positive about what I'm about to say. But I'm pretty sure that when I was in middle school, in the school system I went to, middle school was like grades like 6 through 8 before high school. There was a problem. There was enough of a problem with a gang at the middle school I went to that like flyers was like a letter was sent home around how there was this gang of kids. You may understand that like I am from like an extremely white town with a bunch of white children, and I'm not saying none of the children involved in whatever the fucking, and I don't know what this was, if it was a rumor or what happened, and of course I don't really remember, and of course I was like, 11 or whatever, but there was a letter sent home about how there was a gang of kids who were calling themselves the Latin Kings. And maybe there was someone doing some crimes, and maybe one of them was Latin. I'm not saying there were no people of Latin descent in my town, but it was a very white town, and it, for some reason, that's what I thought of. I thought of the Latin Kings scare in my middle school when I read about the AZN Bad Boys, which seems to be one of the enemy gangs in Worm.
That was a really ridiculous name. Oh man, so funny.
I don't know why I would be asking if there's any kind of precedent for that. There's no one, is that, no AZN Bad Boys in any other kind of media? That's not some kind of Asian gang name that might be somewhat popular or referencing anything. I don't know why I want it to be a reference.
I don't think it's referencing anything, but I will say that, like, by adding a Z to something, it doesn't make it cool. But
no, did it in 2010 make it cool?
That is very true.
That's that's something we're going to ask ourselves. Boy, this is exactly what I was saying. I want to talk about 2010. I don't want to talk, I mean, there were iPhones. We talked about last night, I guess. Anyway, who cares? I was talking about the iPhone being invented, of course, because I'm always talking about. I'm talking about how much I hate iPhones. I don't want them in any of my media. I don't want any media that takes place. We're going to pretend until we find out that this takes place in 2008. For no particular reason. Not that there's a. You know what? Who cares? I'm going to stop talking about phones now. Anyway, yeah. So these Asian bad boys. One of them, their leader is named Lung. And she overhears Lung talking to his gang as she's creeping across the rooftops. And she thinks he hears the end of... And you know immediately this is going wrong. Because even in the text, it cuts off what she hears. And she assumes that... It sounds to her... like they're talking about how they're going to go and shoot a bunch of kids. So she decides to do some superheroing and stop them. And you just know that it's a misunderstanding. Did you like it when she had all of the bugs in the area attack a bunch of people?
The description of that entire scene was like I could actually visualize it again. It reads like a comic book, and I visualize it very comic booky.
Yeah, again, like, really technical about her powers here.
But yeah, like just I'm thinking about like swarms of guys with like, I'm thinking about Dr. Bees. Have you ever seen that YouTube video?
Dr. Bees?
Dr. Bees!
I must say I am unfamiliar with Dr. Bees. No, I'm not.
My God! So I gotta send you the video of that. It's basically it's an animated series
Oh,
Oh God, let me find the guy's name
a whole
really quick.
series about
Yeah,
consuming Dr. Bees.
it's like maybe 5 episodes.
Dr. Bees. Boy, what was I doing driving around that made me think about camels with hats?
But Dr. Bees is he's supposed to be this like great superhero, but he's really just a fucking idiot. And
That's
he attacks people with bees.
I would imagine.
Yeah, he like one of the episodes is
Do you need
the
to-
guy's name is Harry Partridge on YouTube, but like he ends up at like a what he thought was a bank robbery, but it was just really a regular day at the bank. And then he goes, "What's this? An entirely normal banking day without any sort of semblance of bees? Maybe my bees will help save this problem," sort of shit. It's not verbatim, but like it's just nonsensically him saving a non-threatening situation by throwing bees at people.
The problem that he's solving by attacking people with bees is that nobody is being attacked by bees. So, right, is that the gist?
No, nobody is being attacked by bees. Maybe my bees will solve this. Like, it's so good. It's so fucking good.
Excuse me.
I'll send you the link. I see it, but in that sense, like, there's a lot of scenes of people being covered in bees, and I'm just thinking about that sort of a thing happening to these poor gang guys getting completely enveloped by honeybees and wasps and shit.
Yeah, man, she's itching for it. This is the
She wanted to knock some heads around, man.
This is I mean, maybe we'll and we'll see if it might just be. Well, we'll see where this goes, but it does. This is quite. I did think to myself, this is quite aggressive. It's a good thing that this person doesn't have a gun, because she's out here looking for trouble, and she even says, like, in the text, like, I'm gonna keep calling her out, because if you're gonna write in first person, but because she says that she didn't quite hear. She knows that she's not positive. She just thinks it sounds like maybe they're gonna go shoot some people.
Yeah. And I mean, I could see where the misunderstanding can happen, but I because I'm like thinking to myself, what could the prior portion of that sentence be that it could be misconstrued or like misunderstood, and then she's actually like completely destroying Lung doing a toy drive for kids or something like that.
Oh boy, that would be really funny. I believe the kids.
That would be so funny.
I believe the kids in question are the other team of non-fed superheroes that kind of rescue her from Lung, who, well, she says something about how this guy is grotesquely overpowered for someone on the street level.
I thought the way that the author described Lung was really neat.
It's anime shit.
Particularly, yeah, some real anime shit. Like, the longer this guy fights, the stronger his armor becomes, and he gains like sharp claws and he's a pyrokineticist. Like that's wild shit.
Yeah.
And the description of him getting just absolutely lambasted by all the bugs and shit, and then all of a sudden there's the fireball. He explodes and just completely destroys all the bugs.
She's got shit crawling into his eyes and wasps stinging him in his eyes. But she's talking about how she could like feel the stingers like going into his eyeballs and shit. Very vivid. Good, yeah, it's good. That's good shit. That's good shit right there.
I was about it.
How she can, a lot about how she's able to like sense through where and control different groups of bugs by like find different ones, like get the wasps, get them to go for the eyes. It sounds a little bit like a real-time strategy game would be fucking where you control different types of bugs and have them fuck people up. That would be cool.
That would be kind of neat.
Yeah, but Lung is described like something from Attack on Titan. Yeah, he's on fire. He's, blasting. He's got super hearing. He climbs up the side of a building where she's hiding, being stealthy. Like he's. I mean, she shouldn't have fucked with him, which I've already stated, but also because he's gonna fuck her up.
He's pissed.
Sort of the last moments of chapter 5, she was kind of she sort of inferred that she felt that maybe Lung and his crew, the Asian bad boys, were going to have some kind of confrontation about these guys, and he had been referring to them as kids, and he was, if any of these kids get up or do something, shoot them. Which still, you shouldn't be shooting these guys, but she's saved by a pack of teenage superheroes, it seems. Gru, Tattletale, Regent, and Bitch.
Oh yeah. And I love how they're like, she no, that's what the media called her, so she got stuck with it, so it's cool.
No, the media has started calling her Hellhound.
Hellhound, yeah, that's right, that's what it was.
She prefers Bitch. That's what she wanted to call herself.
That's what it was, right? But she has like
monsters.
I'm thinking of what was the name of the demon spirit from Ghostbusters?
That's exactly what I was thinking
of. The Gozer dog. The Gozer dog.
Was there? Yeah. Is there? Is there
I forget
a
what the
better
dogs
term
were
than
named.
Gozer dog? I'm not sure there was. Yeah, I don't know if there's a better, but I know the exact thing that you're thinking of, and that's exactly what I was thinking of too. Yeah, the Gozer dog.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Terror dog.
Terror dog.
That's what they're called, apparently.
So, yeah, it's someone. There's like a line. There's like a background line in that movie of someone screaming like, "Someone said there was a bear in their apartment." I always fucking think of that fucking thing.
I immediately think of Rick Moranis hearing the growl and going, "All right, who brought the dog?"
Yeah, that's right. Oh man, Rick Moranis was fucking.
Oh man, I really sincerely hope the new Spaceballs movie is actually good.
Yeah, is that not out? Is it not out yet?
Is it out?
No, I have
thought
no
it wasn't
idea.
coming out until like next year.
I have no clue. I mean, I guess I know that it's being made. But I not the way I phrased it sounded like I thought it was already out, but I kind of just have no idea if they've even said that there's a date for that thing. But I also, man, has he like not acted in like 30 years?
Give or take. I think he's done a couple small like voiceover stuff.
Oh, April 23rd, 2027. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, I would love it if that movie was great. I turned on not Leslie, the Liam Neeson, Leslie Nielsen, the Naked Gun movie, the new Naked Gun movie.
Yeah, the Liam Neeson Naked Gun movie, yeah. It's actually pretty alright.
Is it? I'm gonna turn it on again because I honestly don't recall it at all. It could be. I recall turning it on. It could be that like something happened or someone called me, and I like immediately walked out of the room because I don't even remember like. Does he fall in love with an inanimate object? I think I came back into the room in some weird montage. Is there a weird, or is he like constantly making out with his girlfriend while an object is watching or something like that? Maybe I'll watch it again. I don't remember.
Yeah, I need to watch it again. But I mean, it was like, I thought it was alright in the sense of like, it was like, what you're getting into when you're watching a Naked Gun movie.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, and they don't do this kind of movie anymore, really, which is why I hope Spaceballs is awesome.
No, and yeah, it was just fucking silly. It was really
Yeah.
fucking silly.
I'm gonna take another look at it because I feel like it must have been, yeah. Because I do, yeah. I turn on movies and just fucking do whatever I'm fucking doing, and sometimes I am like out in the fucking yard like digging holes, and I come back in, and I'm like, oh yeah, I turned on a movie and now it's over, so I have no idea.
Like there was one joke that I thought was really terrible. Was here's Pamela Anderson and she's sitting with this like this rich dude and he's like taking her out for an evening and he goes oh yes here comes the wine and here comes this fancy waiter who's pouring the wine and and she's taking a sip and she goes, oh, this is very lovely, and he goes, oh yes, it came from and she's in the middle of another sip. He goes, oh yes, it came from the Bill Cosby vineyards or something like that, and she just immediately spits it back out.
Ooh, well, that's okay.
I thought that was, I was like,
Okay,
dude,
all right, so that's what we're doing.
that's terrible.
Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah.
It is terrible.
It is extremely terrible, but but I mean, again, it's expected from that type of a movie. Like I'm expecting the new scary movie to not hold anything back.
Yeah, actually,
I'm kind of stoked to see that.
you know what? I definitely. I don't know what happened after Scary Movie 3. I feel like I probably saw other ones, but I did think that Scary Movies 1 and 2 were well, no, not 1 and 2. I thought 1 was good, and I thought 3 like had some exceptional moments. Well, in 3 the dog smokes a bong, so the movie automatically gets a win from me. Yeah, I hope the new that one and Spaceballs. Maybe I should try watching a Goofy movie and see if I like it, because I certainly do watch a lot of things with people just being murdered.
Get in the Ava, Shinji.
Man, God. Did I really specifically talk to you about if you have any thoughts about the fact that they're making a completely new Ava show with a new writer? And
No.
Do you not even know?
No. Why?
Why would you
Why?
do this?
What? Look at how they massacred my boy.
Look at what they did.
Like,
Man.
like that's fucked. Like for real?
Yes, for real. We are always going to be doing this. We are always going to be watching Evangelion. Everything you have done or will do, you are going to do and over and over again.
They did it with Fooly Cooley too, and that was terrible. It was not that great. I was not a fan.
Do you know Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt?
Yeah, they did the reboot, and I thought it was okay.
Oh, you did? Oh, good. I'm glad. Maybe I should take a look at that again. Maybe that's sometimes.
Again, much like a Naked Gun movie, like with with that show, you end up like it's absolutely vile. It's meant to be absolutely vile.
And gross, and for sure with that show. I guess, you know what? I'm just gonna say it, and I'm gonna get over this. They were talking about their phones or playing games on their phones or something, and I was like, well, fuck this. I seriously turned on Panty and Stocking, and there was like some episode where one of them was having a problem with their phone, and I was like, this just makes me think about my life. I just don't want to. I've become like biased. Like I don't want to watch anything where that takes place after 2008. And anyone's playing with their fucking phone in it. I'll get over that. You know what? Now I'm aware of it. Now I can officially put that to bed. Who gives a shit about anyone's phone? So there's a character named Tattletale. This is kind of my last note, just going through what happened here, is that Tattletale does seem to, again, it's not specifically addressed, but it seems like she has some sort of psychic prowess or just very keen awareness. She knows that Taylor's power is that she controls bugs. And this gang of young heroes has some kind of beef with Lungs. Lung also has a bro named Oni Lee, which we don't learn too much about. But maybe we will meet him soon. And that's kind of where we are at the end of Gestations 1 through 5. Oh, 1.1 through 1.5.
Hmm. Yeah. And oh, the very interesting part is the fact that this like crew of non-sanctioned uh heroes, quote
Yeah.
unquote, is the fact that they were uh if I understand this right, I might have misread it, but like uh Taylor finds out that the people that saved her are actually like a super villain crew.
Yeah, she
And
does. She says like, "Oh no, these are bad guys," and I don't know how much she knows. Yeah,
yeah,
about yeah.
there wasn't a lot explained at that point, but I kind of like that concept where the crew did basically say that oh yeah, we've been trying to get rid of these guys for a minute, and I'm trying to remember, trying to go back through it. They were talking about how the Asian bad boys were like invading on their turf or something crazy like that.
It's gonna
Or
feel
or
funny
were
saying
doing some,
Asian bad boys.
yeah,
But you're right. Yeah, yeah. I'm with you.
but
Oh,
again, I kind of like that sort of you again, like you're completely unaware of what's going on with this world. You're just as
yeah.
like clueless as the almost mutual shock of finding out that these people that saved you ended up being super villains, and they like you, and you're probably going to go along with it just to the fact that they actually think you have cool powers and you're a cool person. I feel like this poor
This person is
poor
waiting to
girl.
hear that. Yeah, she needs someone to tell her that, and here it is. Yeah, it does seem like that's what. Yeah, that certainly seems like what we're gonna, like the
Yeah,
path
that
we are
poor.
on for sure.
She got in with the wrong crowd,
The
and then
ro-
she just kept eating cookies in a tree and just got bigger and bigger and bigger. Shout out to the Freakazoid fans.
Oh, that's not. I believe
that
that.
that was that was a Freakazoid bit.
I believe something like that also happens on Panty and Stocking with Carter Belt.
That sounds about right.
She eats a lot of cookies and she gets stuck on the top of maybe a treehouse. I don't know.
Man.
That is a good show. Yeah, maybe I should check that out again. But I definitely the Fooly Cooly one. I definitely bounced straight off of. I was just like, this is not the same juice. It
No.
wasn't doing the same shit. And again, maybe I had to be fucking 19 or whatever. But I just didn't think the newer FLCL stuff just didn't. Yeah.
No, shoegate, like I was hoping for like when I think it was shoegaze was
Okay.
the one with the girl with the cat ear headphones. I was really hoping
Wait.
for
Is shoe? What do you mean by shoegaze?
there's Fooly Cooly, and then they start going
Oh.
through music genres as like the sub thing explaining that this is a different
okay.
show.
Oh, okay,
So it's
okay.
Fooly Cooly shoegaze,
Oh,
Fooly
okay.
Cooly grunge, I think is one.
All right. Okay. Yeah,
But
I must have. Yeah, I must have missed that part of it. I don't know which one I watched. Sorry.
I forgot which one I watched too. I might have watched them both, and yeah, it was, yeah, like you said, it's not the same sauce. It's not that same, that you don't get the same feels. And like when they did the one with the girl with the cat ear headphones, I'm like, okay, I'm really hoping for some like uh uh gender reversal, like a different perspective of like a Takun character, but a female character, and I'm like,
Sure.
okay, I'm
Sure.
about this. Like
Yeah.
this is gonna be interesting,
Might
and
have been.
it just fell flat. It fell
Yeah.
flat. I don't I it.
It
There was
just
so much potential to do so much, but I mean, you also had to take into account Gynax was like closing.
was it
if
like
I
the
remember
end?
right.
Was this the end? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too
And
bad.
Yeah. Oh, and what was even worse was the fact that like they brought the Pillows back to do the soundtrack, and the soundtrack was fucking great. I mean, the Pillows just fucking rule.
The pillows
But
slap forever.
dude, so good.
The pillows slap the llama's ass for sure, forever into space. They slap the llama's ass into oblivion. Jesus Christ! Every track off. I can only speaking for the original FLCL. Every fucking track on that is insane. I'm sure the new stuff is good as well. I'm sure I've heard it and probably hear it all the time and don't even know that it's from FLCL.
I mean, even their like their regular records not included on the soundtrack are fantastic.
That's an incredible band. I had the P with the exclamation point on bumper sticker on the back of my car in 2004. So you ready? You ready for someone for a new studio and a new writer? Do you know about what is it called? Those robots with the big round heads.
Robots with-
Near Automata?
Oh, it always seems like an interesting series. I never or interesting game series, but I never really got into it.
I can speak for that
Yeah.
specific game. It's good.
It's good.
There's a couple. The other ones I don't know. They are probably good, but Nier Automata is good. But the writer of it is writing the new Evangelion TV show.
Interesting.
Yeah, people like him. I'm sure someone thinks this is a good idea. I have to watch it by law.
No, we are going to eat a shit sandwich whether we like it or not.
That's why we're watching Evangelion right now. I mean, aside
Yeah.
also Lancer, but
And
this is happening.
it's just so weird listening to the original voice acting when they just did like a complete redub on Netflix, which I don't know, man. It's like watching Star Wars again, where Greedo shoots first.
I've seen
It's
just weird and different and always gonna be a man.
oh, dude. So you've seen Empire Records, right?
A long time ago, but yeah, Liv Tyler. Who else?
Renee Zellweger.
Oh yeah, okay, sure, yeah, a long time ago, but I've seen it. Yeah, a famous
But,
man. A famous man is coming to the record store.
Oh God, what's his fucking name? Rex Manning. That's what his
Rex
name is.
Manning is coming to the small town
It's,
record
it's,
store. Okay,
it's
yeah.
Rex Manning Day at the record
It's
store.
Rex Manning Day. That's right. Yes, I have seen this movie for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, so I had a copy of like the director's cut,
Okay.
and there's a lot more explained in there, and there was one particular scene. Liv Tyler is trying to seduce Rex Manning.
Of course, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, and I watched a cut recently where Rex Manning's like, all right, so we doing this, and she's like, oh yeah, and then he goes, all right, and he unzips, and then all of a sudden Liv Tyler grabs her shit, turns around, and runs out the door, and I'm like, I don't remember this happening like that.
Ooh,
Like,
is this okay?
so in the director's cut, and I feel like it explained how scummy of a guy Rex Manning really was. So he's like being served a salad at the at this table in the back room,
Okay.
and Liv Tyler comes in and tries to seduce him, and then he goes, are we doing this? And Liv Tyler's like, oh yeah, and then Rex Manning goes, all right. He unzips his pants, grabs the bottle of blue cheese dressing that's sitting on the table, shakes it up, and then he goes, well, I hope you like the taste of blue cheese, and begins uncapping the the dressing bottle. And again, it really sells about how vile Rex Manning is. And it makes you really mad for Liv Tyler's character.
All right.
In the prior cut, there wasn't anything other than the unzipping of pants, and it didn't really sell how vile that whole situation was actually getting.
He he stuck his. Are you? I may have misheard. Are you? Did the scene infer that he stuck his erect penis into the bottle of?
No, that he was shaking it up to get ready to pour it onto his dick for her to lick off. Was what he was
that's
implying.
sort of okay. Yeah, maybe not in a. Yeah. Okay.
He's not sticking his dick in the bottle. He's just putting it on himself, I would assume. But I don't know. It could have gone south like that.
Was being dressed. That's not. That's not a taste everyone enjoys.
No, and let alone the fact that like just again, what a vile fucking scene.
Yeah, very gross. Wow.
And again, really like reinforces that Rex Manning is a prick.
I guess I seem to recall her kind of chickening out, and I guess that's how I thought I interpreted the scene. That she was like, "No, this is you're gross, and I'm gonna get out of here," kind of.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the thing that really sold it was that blue cheese line. Like that was. Ew. That was brutal. That was really, really brutal. And yeah. But and I personally thought that was a lot more shocking. But but yeah, I watched it recently and it was like a regular cut on Amazon. And there was just a lot of things chopped up that I'm like, wait a minute, that didn't happen until this point in the movie, and there was one other thing about like Liv Tyler's character and the pretty guy, how they were supposed to get together, but that doesn't really matter. The main thing is they cut the blue cheese thing, and I was stunned that I was stunned that they did that, because it was a particularly vile.
Certainly clarifies the scene. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry we went into a tangent about that, but I was just thinking. Yeah, it's a great movie.
Movies, a lot of movies from that era certainly have. Well, it's one or two movies from that era probably have not aged well, I would imagine.
Nope.
I imagine there's some distasteful stuff around. Would you say early 90s from that one? Or more like mid to late? Liv Tyler feels like 96, 97. I don't know.
I would say it was like 96 or so, because that's when like Aerosmith was like doing music videos with Liv in it.
How does that movie kind of treat Rex as a creep in the end? In the end, is everyone kind of like, no, this guy actually sucks, or does it kind of forgive him?
I mean,
is it funny that he's a shitbag that makes women lick blue cheese dressing on his dick? Is he a funny blue cheese dick man?
No, he's just a straight up prick the entire fucking movie, and
well, that's good. That's good. At least he's
And initially it was like, oh well, we gotta suck it up because this brings a lot of people to the record store.
Right. Yeah.
So be nice, but after like an entire day of just being a dickhole, they ended up just saying, go fuck yourself, sort of thing.
Sure, good. That sounds like what Rex Manning deserves.
Yeah.
Fuck Rex Manning.
Fuck Rex Manning.
just officially. Just on the record. Yeah, anything else? Anything cool? Did you finish anything? Anything else you are consuming other than this and Welcome to Derry?
I am rereading Thomas Harris' Red Dragon.
Oh,
which has been fun.
That guy that eats people.
Yeah, Hannibal Lecter.
Is he? Is this about chasing down Hannibal Lecter?
No, this is the one where it's the one based off that led to the making of the movie Manhunter with William Peterson,
Okay.
the CSI dude.
Okay.
But yeah, it was he consults Lecter about a series of murders that have been happening around the area,
Okay.
and turns out Lecter was using his prison phone to make calls to editorial or to want ads and stuff like that, and
Oh.
basically instructing the serial killer to do this, that, and the other thing, let alone to find Will Graham and basically kill him and his family.
Ooh.
But yeah, it's and that's another like writer. I really like the way that Thomas Harris writes, and I like this kind of like I love the way that he can jump like different time periods, different characters,
Sure.
and it doesn't feel like, like you're like on a roller coaster, then you go all the way down the
Yeah,
the
you're
hill,
all
and then all of a sudden stop.
different wavelength all of a sudden. A lot of books, a lot of books that tackle different plot lines or timelines can feel like that. You hit a dead end when it comes to the Daenerys chapter or whoever it is you don't like.
But yeah,
That-
solid book. I would recommend to everybody. Same with Silence of the Lambs.
Cool, man. Maybe
Another
I should
excellent
check that out. I've never checked those out, and maybe they should be on my list of things to do. I'm reading the novelization of In the Mouth of Madness, but man, I'm really behind on that.
I thought it was I thought In the Mouth of Madness was originally a book.
No, so
Really?
how familiar are you with that movie?
So I'm not 100%, but like when I was younger, I had a copy of Freddy's Dead, or not Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare.
Good movie.
Like Final
Not really.
Nightmare, but no, not at all.
Not really. Brecken mind.
But Nightmare on Elm Street, Final Nightmare with like Heather Langenkamp, and it's like Freddy comes to
That's new
LA and shit.
Nightmare.
Yeah, it's New Nightmare. Excuse me.
Scream Zero.
Yeah.
He was laying all the groundwork for Scream. It was right in front of us.
But in the coming soon stuff, there was a trailer for In the Mouth of Madness, and I always thought it looked really cool, and I love God, what's his name?
Sam
O'Neill.
Neill. Sam Neill.
Sam Neill. Yeah. I love Sam Neill.
Well, maybe I
And
won't tell you what
I
that
thought it was
movie's
good.
about. Yeah, maybe I.
I know it's like kind of what like Alan Wake was like I know In the Mouth, like Alan Wake kind of based their story
Yeah?
off of In the Mouth of Madness.
Well, I guess I gotta
is
play
it-
Alan Wake now.
It's like about an author who just completely loses himself in his own work, and then it's sort of
Yes.
this like Inception sort of thing where he's not entirely certain of
Yes.
whether or not he's here awake dreaming,
Okay.
or if he's actually within his own literary like thriller that he was writing, if I remember right.
That's close enough. And but the movie, the title of the movie is about a book, and the book is fictional. The book never existed, and like. Last year or something, some publishing company put it out as like
Oh, for real?
in the way that like it's presented in the way that like the book I'm reading looks like the artifact from the movie, because the movie is about a book. When this book gets published, that's when like reality finally breaks and people go crazy from reading it and shit. And so like this is the book from the movie, but conveniently the movie is about itself in a way that maybe that's all I'll say. So it's interesting to have the book form, but it was not a real book until last year or something. So it's fun.
Oh, Almost like the King in Yellow sort of thing, where if you read it, you'll go insane sort of shit.
That's definitely the idea in the movie. Yeah.
Okay.
That is 100% what the movie is about. Yeah. We should watch
Nice.
that movie. That's a very good movie.
We should totally.
Oh man, I wonder. Yeah, I'll find out if it's on any streaming service or anything. But yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, man, I will make a note because yeah, I sit around I sit around in parking lots a lot waiting for, people to need rides, and I go through a lot of paperback books. So I'm gonna check out Red Dragon and Silence of the Lambs.
I would highly recommend it. They're excellently written books.
I'm behind on that. I feel like I should have read those long ago. All right, well, man. Yeah, let me say thank you for having a book club. I'm excited to talk about. Yeah, I'm excited to read something, and as I always am, I love serializing shit, and I love meeting up and talking about TV on Tuesdays. And I'm glad we're doing a book. I'm glad we're talking about books and anything else. I'm glad we're checking in. And oh wow, excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, bud. And again, I'm excited to take this 7,000 page trip with you.
7,000. Okay, we're gonna be here for a while. Good. We have got something to talk about.
We got something to talk about for a long time.
We'll probably read other books and talk about other books and talk to other people, and maybe next week Daisy. And so yeah, man, thought that was Worm. Let's do it.
That's it.
Oh, here's the full. So that was a I think that was like 25 seconds or something that I played in the beginning. This is the full theme song. It's 1 full minute.
Oh god, I'm ready.
Okay. Jesus Christ. The culture is over.
No.
Broke somewhere in Ohio, cracked like a windshield on the interstate. Took the wrong ramp at the edge of the map. Now the road just curls into space. Dry tongue, busted boots, cheap gas station halo, melted all the mile markers down. Sky fell sideways, ground climbed upward. We just laughed and followed it down. Welcome
These
to
are just words.
WMFB, broadcasting live from the end of the earth. Static in the sand and a skeleton DJ.
Jesus
Spinning
Christ.
our panic into jokes and slurred
Skeleton
words.
DJ.
We
Did
let
we have
go.
a skeleton
Now we're
DJ?
down here with the word.
No, we have.
Singing
Oh, yeah.
out at tune. Welcome
Oh, it was
to
just the beginning. Okay.
WMFB,
I-
where the sun forgot, but we still howl at the
Scarecrows,
moon.
but like, man,
I thought
wrong.
I remembered a skeleton being there. But thanks.
Skeleton DJ.